Metro, no, trust me.
Good evening, guys. LocsNLoad here. I got a range video for you guys. I'm detailing 3 different guns: Glock 30, a Glock 42, and an XDS Springfield 45. This is the first time I've shot either one of these 3 guns, so this is almost like a first shots video. So in this first one, I want to talk about the Glock 30 I shot.
That's not bad. That's you. This is me. I was in It's pretty good for 7 yards.
The Glock 30 was the heaviest. Well, yes, it was the heaviest and the bulkiest gun out of the lot of the 3. That being 45 and it being double stack is going to be bigger. The grip on the gun has a nice thick grip, like a Glock double stack. So of course it's going to have a thicker grip. The slide is bigger, thicker, heavier, because it's a double stack and you're shooting a 45, so you're going to have to need that weight behind it to handle that recoil. The Glock 30 had a thick grip. When I first shot it, it had a stronger recoil impulse than the Springfield XDS 45, which surprised me. But after shooting it, because when I first shot the gun, my shots were kind of erratic, because I was kind of getting used to the gun and it was the first time I shot it. But after shooting it, after putting some rounds through it, I could see my group starting to come down. The weight of that Glock actually helps in your accuracy. It helps, even though it feels like a stronger recoil impulse, once you get used to how the gun fires, you can really get your groups down to an accurate, nice, small circle, which is what you want. You want all your shots in a nice, small circle. So with that, 10 rounds of 45, you can't argue with that. Compared to XDS, which has 5 rounds in a flush mag and 6 rounds in an extension mag, and a Glock 42 that has 6 rounds in its standard flush magazine. 10 rounds of 45, no one's going to argue with that. And it's a little smaller than a Glock 19, but in your hand, it doesn't feel that bad. It's a good shooting gun. I will definitely recommend buying one. For me, I'm actually might purchase one in the future when I get more established. But with Glock 30, it gets a thumbs up for me. It was a good gun. I liked it. You might have to change the sights, but that's pretty much standard for all Glocks. I don't like the Glock U sights, and when you get a Glock, I recommend you change the sights and get some good sights. So that's kind of my take on the Glock 30. I just want to do this quickly, but that's my opinions on the Glock 30 Gen 4.
Get a little better. Yeah.
Okay, so the next gun I fired was the XDS-45 Springfield with a 3.3-inch barrel. It's a nice, small, compact gun. Holds 5 rounds in a flush mag, and if you have the extension, it has holds 6 rounds. It's like I said, it's a small, subcompact handgun. I could honestly, right there, I threw it right in my pocket, and I was actually surprised. I thought it was bigger and heavier than what it was, but it has a little weight to it. But it's a good feeling gun. It doesn't really, it's not like a burden gun like a Glock 30 was. This one's a single stack, nice and slim, which is really good. The recoil on it wasn't that bad. I was actually really surprised. I thought with a small 3.3-inch barrel shooting a 45 ACP, I expected the recoil to be a lot worse than what it was. It was actually very nice and very pleasant to shoot. That red dot fiber optic front sight on the XDS really does pop out. I do like that. The grip safety, which is a good feature because I like to have some kind of, I like to have that little safety feature. Not necessarily a manual safety, but a grip safety. That's pretty good. That's all right with me because that's not something I have to think about. You know, I grab the gun instinctively, so I'm already defeating that grip safety on the back of the gun. Honestly, I like the XDS. I liked it more than I did the Glock 30. For something that small, I guess, throw in my pocket with 6 rounds, I'm really now kind of considering adding the XDS-45 to my inventory because it'd be nice to carry a pocket handgun and 45 ACP. Yeah, I know it's 5 rounds or 6 rounds, but you just carry a spare mag and you should be good. I mean, we're not necessarily going Afghanistan, Iraq out here. We're trying to go to the store, the mall, appointments, or do whatever, just live our daily lives. So XDS gives a thumbs up for me. It's a great gun, and I was glad I got to shoot it.
This is a bullet. Yeah. Aiming right here, but all my shots are off of here, so the gun is going off to the left for some reason.
Operator error.
What?
Operator error. Let's go to
Maybe so, yeah, it might be on
this
me.
Is pretty
finally, the last gun that we had on our rental was the Glock 42 and 380 ACP. This one I had high hopes for because this was a gun that I was personally looking for at purchasing, like recently, so when I went to the range and I saw that they had it, I was actually kind of excited that, okay, cool, I get to try the gun before I get to shoot it. I shot the Bodyguard 380, and it was okay. So now I'm getting a chance to shoot the 42. When I took it in, I shot it. It felt good in the hand, nice and small, single stack, holds 6 rounds. It's a 380, so the recoil was very manageable. The thing that kind of broke my heart a little bit about the 42 was my hands. My hands were just so big that I like to shoot with this part of my hand. So when I grip it, like I'm shooting over here, and it kind of is turning the gun to the left a little when I'm shooting it. You'll see in the video when I'm talking about it stacking to the left. But when I was shooting it, it just kept going left. I know that's mostly on me, but my big hands, it's just uncomfortable in there. And shooting that 42 kind of enlightened me in a sense. So I'm kind of glad that I had got a chance to shoot the gun before I actually bought it, because now I'm not looking at getting either a Bodyguard or a 42. To be honest, I'm kind of in the market looking for a Glock 43. I know there's a lot of things about the 43 that people gripe about, but you can fix those. It's a Glock. It's simple. I've fixed my Glock myself. You know, the worst thing I've heard about a Glock 43 was the trigger. You can fix those easily. But I don't want to get too off topic. The 42, although it was a big gun for me, for someone of a smaller stature with smaller hands, like a female or a younger adult, it'd be a great gun. Something you could throw in your pocket, slip in your purse, inside the waistband, perfect. It's light, really, really light gun, and you're not gonna really feel it. You probably forget it's even in your pocket. Just put it in the holster, throw it in there, and it's like another phone on the other side of your pocket. Holds 6 rounds. I encourage that you carry a spare mag. It's a Glock, so the aftermarket for Glocks is just huge. So you can get extensions, you can get sights, you can get triggers, you can get all kinds of magazine releases, slide stop releases. So you're not limited when you buy a Glock, which is kind of why I went on a little tangent about the Glock 43. But that's the Glock 42. It was a good gun. Not necessarily some for me, but for you maybe, it might be the perfect gun. I encourage you to go out and shoot, pick for yourself. Everyone likes something different, so that's just my opinion on the Glock 42.
Okay, I'll reload it for you. These are my shots. These were Brian. And I don't know. He ain't pissing no. That's how you shoot. Slide don't like that.
I mean, you gotta take this original, so it's probably been used, chopped up.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had fun. I got to have a good Saturday with my cousin Brian. I really thank him for coming out and shooting with me. This is kind of, I guess, after the video, after the range, and my thoughts. The Glock 30 was a good gun. A little too heavy for me, though. The XDS 45, I get checks all across the board. The only thing it gets a knock on is magazine capacity, but I'm not too worried about that too much, though. The Glock 42, good gun, 6 rounds, just a little too small for me. So if I had to pick out of the 3, one of the guns that I would have to buy, like if someone put a Glock 30, an XDS 45, and a Glock 42 in front of me and said you had to pick one, I right now would go with the XDS 45. Why? I like the grip. That aggressive grip felt good. The gun did not jump in my hand as much as it did with the Glock. The grip safety is a good safety measure to me. It's one of those safeties that I'm glad is there, but I don't have to think about it. It does not affect my training in any way. I just simply, like a Glock, just come out the holster and fire. Again, the short barrel, 3.3 inches, is a single stack, holds 5 rounds, 6 rounds with the extension mag. Slips right in the pocket. Even with the extension mag, it went right in my pocket and was fine, and you can't really even tell. So, with all those, I can't say no to XDS 45 if that was my choice at that moment. So, I mean, you might choose something different. This is just my opinions. Put down in the comment box what you would choose out of the 3 and why. If you don't like any of the 3, put down your favorite gun. And you tell me why. But after that, I'm kind of glad I did do it, because now, like I said before, I'm looking at a Glock 43. I just watched a video with Spec Out 4. Check out his channel. He has a great channel. And he was going through all his different accessories for his Glock 43 and how he was fixing the trigger, because he was talking about the trigger was horrible. And now he's fixing up and doing all these things to his Glock 43. And after I got to, previously, before this range, have my hands on the Glock 43, it feels the same to me. Like, between a Glock 42 and a Glock 43. One is just a 9mm, and I carry a 9mm here, so I don't have to buy a whole new caliber. I don't have to buy 380. I don't have to buy 5.56. I don't have to buy 9mm. I can just keep it down to the 2 simple calibers, the 5.56 and 9mm, and I don't have to stress. The hollow points I buy from my Taurus, I can put it right there in my Glock, and there'll be no problems, no issues. So that's kind of what I've gotten and concluded from this whole range today. This is why we need to go out and shoot. Because that experience, that hands-on experience, really enlightens you, and it really helps you actually get a broad knowledge of what kind of shooter am I, what do I prefer, and what do I like. So when you do go out and buy a handgun, it's a little simpler because you know what you do like and what you don't like. But I don't want this to be too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please always comment, subscribe. I got the shirt. Hope you like, guys. And as always, be safe. Have a good day. Locs and Load out.
I'm gonna shoot you.